Hi guys, welcome to another video, and this is part 3 of cleaning and rescaping my tank. So I had a little camera woman for this part of the video, but I accidentally, the camera died and I didn't realise that it did. So the last part you seen, I was just cleaning the glass off with my glass scraper, and then Anne ended up scrubbing the rocks and decorations, and then now this is just me putting them all back in. So the water's all clean now. I did 2 buckets. The glass is all clean now, it's been scrubbed, and we're just putting the decorations in. I've changed it around a little bit, not too much different from what it was before, but I decided to do it just a little bit, just so that it's a bit different for the fish, it's extra enrichment for them. And so this is the last part of cleaning the tank and putting the stuff in, making sure it looks nice and pretty for the fish. And then once it's all put back together and things like that, I'll turn back the filter on and the heater and make sure that it's all nice for them. So cleaning the tank's not that much of a long process. It takes me about an hour, not that long. Sometimes it can be a bit of a pain. It can take a bit longer if I spill the water, or if the fish are being difficult, or if there's particularly a lot of algae on the glass, etc. In the previous video on part 2, I did say that I've got a pleca in here. At this point in the video I haven't, but I literally added the pleca in about 3 days ago from Mum's big tank with the 3 angelfish in it. Some of you guys, if you're new, might not know what I'm on about, but I do have another tank, roughly about 110 to 120 litres, just like this one. So because I've just finished cleaning the tank and I've obviously disrupted the sand, it's just a little bit foggy in there, but eventually it will be fine. So for the smaller plants, I like them to be under the sand so that they grow. So I'm just using these tweezers so that I can get better control over the plants and stuff, and obviously the tweezers are thinner than using my hand, so it'll go in the sand better, and then it makes the plants look natural, like they've just grown that way, so it doesn't look so human and man-made. And obviously it's better for the fish as well, because it makes them feel like they're in a more natural place. And I do like to use real plants rather than using fake plants, because obviously it helps with the water conditions and helps with enrichment for the fish. The fish do occasionally eat some of the plants or just bite at it and maybe dig it up a little bit, but it's not too much of a worry. That's what they do in the natural habitats. I use natural plants that would naturally be in our water for the breeds of fish, for the species of fish that they are. So this is really the trickiest part, trying to make sure the plants look nice and presentable, and trying not to make them in straight lines and things like that, so they don't look man put there, and they do look more natural, like in the wild. And I don't know if you guys have noticed, but there's some tiny little white pebbles mixed in with the sand. It's just used as extra substrate so that it's more natural, because obviously in the wild there wouldn't be flat sand, there would be little rocks in it, little shells if you're in the sea, and things like that. So I've just done that, and a lot of people with tanks, they have the substrate in a line or try and make it quite flat. I know Mum likes that in some of her tanks, So you can do that, that's obviously perfectly fine for the fish, and it does look nice in some of the smaller tanks, but in the bigger tanks I think I prefer the look of it looking natural and wavy, like the waves have hit it and things like that. So I've just done that and made sure it looks nice and natural, left higher bits in the sand and then really low bits. And then obviously the water will move itself and the water movements will move the sand as well, so it will change to what I've put it as, and then obviously the fish will lie on the bottom or they'll dig in the bottom a little bit for food and things like that. Right, so as you can see before, I did keep pulling the plants out, putting them back in, picking the rocks up, moving them, and it's just to make sure that I like what the finished result of the tank looks like. So now I've decided that I like it, and I've turned the heater and the filter back on, and then there's a little blue thing on the top of the filter that I can turn around a bit, and it changes the settings of the filter, so it'll change the water flow and how strong it is. So tiger barbs and pufferfish like quite a speedy sort of water flow, so that's why I've got that set as that, and all the fish seem fine with that. You can see the reflection of the TV in the tank, I know that. I didn't realise when I was filming, but it's not that annoying to you guys. So I just left it how it is, and as you can see now the fish are swimming around, seeing how they enjoy their new setup. I know there's a couple bits floating around, but the filter will get rid of them and push them all into one corner, and then I'll grab them all in a couple hours. And I have put the heater in the tank still, I just need to stick it back to the glass. I'm not sure if I left that in the video, me doing that, but now I'm just wiping down the tank sides just to make sure that there's no water drops on there, because it will leave lime scale and then marks on the tank as well. So I'm just rubbing that and cleaning the front room. So thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed part 1, 2 and 3, and I'll see you in the next video. Check the description bar below for my Instagram and Amazon wishlist. Bye guys, thanks for watching.